You own a Shopify store that has genuinely good products, real customers, real reviews, a brand you've put years into. Then you go ask ChatGPT or Perplexity for the best product in your category, and you're not there. Your competitors get named. You don't. It's a frustrating place to be because it feels random, like AI just decided to ignore you. But after auditing over 500 Shopify stores for this exact problem, I can tell you it's not random at all. The reasons products don't show up in AI search are consistent. It comes down to a handful of specific gaps, and most stores have several of them stacked on top of each other. That's actually good news. A mysterious problem is an easy way to do anything. A list of named fixable gaps is a to-do list. So in this video, I'm going to walk through the 7 causes I find most often in roughly the order they break things. For each one, I'll tell you how to confirm whether it's your problem and what to do about it. If we haven't met already, I am the digital avatar of Steve, the founder of e-commerce agency Working Digital. While he is helping Shopify brands scale with AI, I am here to keep you up to date with the latest AI strategies for e-commerce. Steve reads every comment, so make sure to drop one below. This is the diagnostic video. The rest of the series showed you what to build. This one shows you how to find what's broken right now. Let's go through them. The number one reason products don't show up is the most boring one. Your product feed is incomplete, so the AI never had clean data to recommend in the first place. Remember from video 5, the feed is what ChatGPT pulls through the Shopify catalog and Google Shopping. If your products are missing attributes, AI sees an incomplete record and skips them in favor of products it fully understands. Missing fields, vague titles, no category, stale availability. Each gap makes your product a little harder to recommend, and they add up fast. Here's how to confirm this is your problem. Look at your products the way the AI does. Check your Google Merchant Center feed for disapprovals and warnings. Pull up your top products and ask, is the title clear and descriptive? Is there a full description? Is the brand set? Is the Google product category assigned? Is availability accurate right now? If you find gaps on your best sellers, you found a big part of your answer. The fix is the work from video 5. Complete your top 20 products first, every attribute filled in properly, then expand from there. This is unglamorous, and it's also the single highest impact thing most stores can do. You can't get recommended on data the AI never received. The second cause is a specific piece of the feed problem that deserves its own moment, because it quietly knocks out a lot of products. Missing identifiers, especially GTIN. A GTIN is the global identifier for a product, the number behind the barcode. AI shopping engines use identifiers to match your product to the same product across the web. The TIN is how the engine knows your listing and a review on another site and a mention in an article are all the same item. Without it, your product is harder to match, harder to confirm, and easier to skip. This matters most if you sell products that other people also sell, where the CHIN ties all the listings together. It matters somewhat less for fully custom or handmade products that only you sell, but even then, identifiers like MPN and brand still help the engine place your item. Check whether your products have GTINs populated in your feed. Merchant Center will often flag missing GTINs directly. View a product and look for the identifier fields. Here's how to fix it. For products with manufacturer barcodes, get the GTINs in. They're usually on the packaging or available from your supplier. For products without one, set the appropriate identifier exists flag and make sure brand and MPN are filled instead. Don't fake a GTIN, because a wrong one is worse than a missing one. It tells the engine your product is something it isn't. The third cause is thin product descriptions. 2 sentences of marketing fluff that don't answer a single question a shopper actually has is the worst case scenario. AI engines answer questions. When someone asks for a good product for a specific need, AI is looking for products whose content addresses that need clearly. If your description is elevate your everyday with our premium essential, there's nothing there for the engine to work with. It can't tell who the product is for, what problem it solves, or why it's a good answer to anything. Compare that to a description that says what the product is made of, who it's best for, what problem it solves, how to use it, and what makes it different. That description gives the engine real material. When a shopper asks, what's a good durable option for X, the engine can connect the question to your content and name you. Here's how to confirm. Read your descriptions and ask, does this answer all the questions a buyer would ask before purchasing? Or is it just feel-good sales copy? If you'd have to email customer service to learn the basics, your description is too thin. The fix. Rewrite your top product descriptions to actually answer buyer questions. Materials, use cases, who it's for, what makes it different, the practical details. Write the way a knowledgeable salesperson would explain it, not the way a billboard would shout it. This also feeds straight into getting cited, because AI lifts answers from clear content. The fourth cause is reviews that exist, but the crawler can't read. Maybe your products have a great rating. It looks perfect in your browser, but it might be invisible to AI. This happens when your review app loads everything through JavaScript after the page appears. A shopper's browser runs that JavaScript and sees the reviews. The AI crawler reads HTML and moves on before the reviews ever load. So your rating, your review count, your social proof, none of it registers. We touched on this in video 3 and video 8, and it's common enough to call out on its own. The same thing happens when your review data isn't in your schema or your feed. The reviews are on the page for humans, but the structured rating the engine reads isn't there. Here's how to confirm. View the page source of a product, not the rendered page, the actual source. Just go to your product page, right-click, and select View Source. Search for your review content and your rating. If you can't find them in the raw HTML, the crawler probably can't either. You'll also want to check whether your aggregate rating schema is present and matches the page. Now the fix. Make sure your review app renders at least some review content in the initial HTML, get your aggregate rating schema in place and matching, and get review data into your product feed. From video 8, reviews are the one trust signal that works on every platform, so reviews AI can't see is a painful gap to leave open. The fifth cause is the one that stops everything, and a surprising number of stores have it without knowing. You're blocking AI crawlers from your site. AI engines use named crawlers to read your content. GPT bot and OAI search bot for ChatGPT. Perplexity bot for Perplexity. Google extended for Google's AI. Claude bot, CC bot, and others. If your robots file or a security tool is blocking these, the engine literally cannot read your site, and no amount of optimization fixes that. You did all the work and bolted the front door shut. This happens in a few ways. A robots.txt that disallows AI bots, sometimes added by a developer or a privacy plugin without anyone realizing the cost. An aggressive firewall or bot protection setting that treats AI crawlers as threats. Or, on Shopify, theme and configuration choices that get in the way. Here how to confirm. Check your robots.txt file. Go to your domain/robots.txt and look for any disallow rules targeting the AI bots I named. Check your security or firewall app settings for bot blocking. If you've ever turned on a strict anti-bot feature, this is worth a careful look. Now the fix. Explicitly allow the AI crawlers you want reading your site. This is a quick win when it's the problem, because you go from completely invisible to readable overnight. It's worth checking, even if you think you're fine, because it's invisible until you look and it cancels out everything else. The sixth cause is a little more subtle, and it's about trust. If your brand entity is fuzzy, AI doesn't understand you well enough to recommend you with confidence. I explained entity clarity in video 9. AI tries to build one confident picture of who you are by connecting your site, your profiles, your reviews, and your mentions across the web. When those signals agree, your entity is clear and you get recommended. When they conflict or barely exist, the engine stays uncertain, and an uncertain engine recommends the brand it understands better. Here's what a fuzzy entity looks like. Your brand name shows up slightly differently in different places. Your organization schema on your site is missing or incomplete. You have almost no presence off your own site. Nobody else describes what you do, so AI only has your word for it. None of these is fatal alone, but together they leave the AI guessing. Ask an AI engine directly about your brand by name. What can you tell me about this store? If the answer is vague, wrong, or it doesn't really know you, your entity is fuzzy. Then ask for the best products in your category and see whether the brands that do get named have a clearer web presence than you. To fix it, get your organization schema in place and accurate. Use the same brand name and description everywhere. Build a real off-site presence on the platforms your category trusts. Consistency is the whole game here. AI recommends what it understands, so make yourself easy to understand. The seventh cause ties the others together. Your content talks about your product instead of answering the question the shopper asked. This is bigger than product descriptions. It's your whole content footprint. The blog posts, the buying guides, the FAQ content, the collection pages. AI shopping engines reward content that directly answers the questions buyers ask because that's the content they can lift an answer from. A store with content built around real buyer questions gives the engine a dozen clean places to cite. A store with content built around its own product launches and brand announcements gives the engine almost nothing useful for a shopping answer. Think about how people shop with AI now. They don't search keywords. They ask full questions. What should I get for someone who just started running? Which option is best for sensitive skin? If your content answers those questions in plain language, you become the source. If it doesn't, the engine finds someone who did. Look at your content and ask whether it answers the questions your buyers actually have, or whether it just describes your products and promotes your brand. Check whether you have any content built around the real questions from your customer inbox and reviews. Then, create content that answers your buyer's actual questions. Buying guides, comparison content, clear FAQ answers, descriptions that solve problems. This is the same content that earns the offsite roundup mentions and feeds the citation strategy from video 9. Answer the question, and you become the answer. Let me give you the order to run this diagnostic on your own store. Fastest checks first. Start with the crawler check, because it's quick and it cancels everything else. Look at your robots.txt in your security settings and confirm AI bots can read you. Then check your feed completeness and your GTINs in Merchant Center, since that's the foundation. Then view source on your top products and confirm your descriptions, reviews, and rating are actually in the HTML. Then test your brand entity by asking AI what it knows about you. Then look at your content and ask whether it answers buyer questions. Finally, run the citation test from video 9. Ask the broad category questions across each engine, signed out, and see where you land and who beats you. Work top to bottom and you'll find your gaps. Most stores discover 3 or 4 at once, fix them over a few weeks, and watch their products go from never cited to cited consistently. If you'd rather have it done for you, this is exactly what our free AI commerce audit covers. We run all 7 checks, test your store across every engine, and hand you a prioritized list of what's holding you back and what to fix first. Link in the description. In the next video, we shift from fixing problems to choosing help. What an AI commerce audit actually includes, so you know what good looks like whether you do it yourself or bring someone in.